Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to purchase a multi-tenant device for a specific MSP in Titan. I'm going to perform the below actions. Log in as an operator, select a specific MSP, and add a multi-tenant device with a license and required bandwidth, and complete the task. Let's go through the process. I've already logged in as an operator named Versa. In this, you can search the specific MSP of who would like to buy a multi-tenant device. In this case, BSNL MSP is an MSP from whom you want to purchase the multi-tenant device. Click on the three dots, Add Device, and you can see the range of devices: CSG hardware, CCSG, VCSG, Dell, Whitebox, and Cloud Gateway. Let's deploy a CSG 700 device as a multi-tenant device. You can see the license type. You can select the multi-tenant RAC/RAS device. There are three types of licenses available. Essential supports only URL filtering. Professional supports AV and IPS along with TLS decryption. Secure Application Optimization supports extra features called DNS proxy and TCP optimization. You can select the license type as per your customer requirement, and you can add the bandwidth required. Then you can select the rest of the features. This is the same as how you purchase other devices. Once you submit this, it says the order is successfully placed. If you go to BSNL MSP and your MSP dashboard, in the license, click on the license and you can see that this device is available for deployment. With Titan as an MSP, you can deploy and activate the multi-tenant device with a basic LAN and FQDN configs. Let's look at this. I have logged in as an MSP. Once you log in, you are placed in the dashboard and you will see the available license for this MSP. In the last video, we discussed how an operator can purchase the multi-tenant device for the MSP. Now the device is available for deployment and activation. Click on the map view and you can drag and drop the multi-tenant device to where you want to deploy it. It automatically fetches. The basic multi-tenant device configuration steps are shown to customer with detailed information. You can follow it, and this device is supported for HA topology as well. Select the region and continue. Enter the address and other parameters and enter the serial number. You can see it on the device. And you can select the version which you would like to select. A multi-tenant device always supports 21.3.3 or 22.1.3. You can select the version you like to deploy and select the priority. The region is an optional field and you can leave it as it is. Then go to WAN settings. You have to turn on this remote access VPN interface and define your FQDN. This is very important. The FQDN should be IP resolvable and you cannot change it once you activate the device. If you want to change this, then you need to undeploy the device. There is no way you can change it and define the WAN IP address. You can then save the configuration. Since this is a multi-tenant device, the LAN interface will be shared across multiple tenants, so it's recommended to enable it with a VLAN. You can just turn on the VLAN for this LAN port 2. Then define the VLAN name. You can configure the IP address. In this example, I want only one LAN port. I don't want the rest of the LAN ports, so I can just delete them. If you need more LAN ports, you can configure them, but all the LAN ports should be enabled with a VLAN if you want to utilize them. So very important that you have to configure the LAN interface with the FQDN. Then the LAN interface should be defined with the VLAN tagging. Now I'm going to deploy the device. The device is getting deployed and we need to wait for a few minutes. We can see that the device is deployed successfully and it's available for activation. You can see it's not activated, but it's deployed. So just click here to activate. and it will get activated. Once you activate it, you will see an activation message. Once it's activated, you will see this. It's a green color where the device name is activated with the administration state of active. And you can go to Monitor and make sure that the device is online. Operational state is up. You can check interface status and IP information. With Titan as an MSP, we can upload the certificates and configure the captive portal before onboarding the tenants. We will show this next. Now the multi-tenant device is up and online, and we can check it in the monitor. Now we need to upload the certificate for the remote access VPN to work. Go to Inventory and select the device, and click the 3 dots. And you need to have this private key server certificate keychain. These are very important for the VPN to work as expected. Upload a key. You can select a key and you can define the key name. You can give the passphrase and you can select the private key file. And this is very important. You need to select the system key options. Then click Add. We need to log the server certificate and also see a chain. Once this is done successfully, the portal will give the message successfully uploaded. You can see the file is successfully uploaded. Once this is updated successfully, what you can do is go to Configure, select the device, Configure, and Miscellaneous. You need to define the captive portal. First, define the captive portal for WAN 1. And you can specify the port number 80 and 443. And you can have another WAN port. Allow this WAN port to be enabled with this port for the captive portal. Otherwise, the VPN may not work as expected. This is the BSNL MSP LAN port. So this is for LAN traffic. You can have this captive portal number. Just publish the config. After successful completion of the captive portal, you can see the task is successfully configured. You can log into the device. You can execute this command: configuration or guard service BSNL security captive portal. This is what we published from the Titan portal. The server-side configs are configured successfully. It's ready for the remote VPN access. Now we can onboard the tenant. Let's see how to onboard a tenant to the multi-tenant device. For that, you have to log in as an MSP. Select the specific customer who would like to have a SASE service, along with the license and the bandwidth required. Customers need to configure a few basic settings, like IPsec pool and user need to be configured. The Versa IDP user. Let's see how we can do it. I have logged in as a BSNL MSP. This MSP has quite a few customers. You can see one of the DSL customers. They would like to have the SASE services. Select that particular customer, add service. Click on the cloud gateway. There are 3 types of multi-tenant device gateways available: SASE, multi-tenant, multi-tenant RAC, RAS. In the previous video, we have seen how to bring the multi-tenant device, deploy, activate basic config. So now the customer can choose one of these licenses. Essential means only URLs. Professional supports AV, IPS, along with the TLS decryption. And Secure Application Optimization supports extra DNS proxy and TCP optimization. So you can choose a license as per the customer requirement, and bandwidth you can fill as per the customer requirement. And then you can set the purchase order data number. Just submit. This may take a few minutes or a maximum of 2 to 3 minutes. Once this is successfully done, to onboard you can check the task list. I have onboarded one of the customers already. You can see the message Customer SASE. I have onboarded SASE J Gateway 2 is successfully onboarded. Once it's onboarded successfully, you can go to the specific customer dashboard. You will see a gateway which is already deployed by the MSP. The tenant needs to configure the very basic config for the Secure Access VPN to work. Go to Remote Access VPN, IPsec tunnel, address, port. You need to fill this IP address, then go to Security Firewall Rule. By default, we disabled it. Just enable the firewall rule, and the source can be a remote client. We will be initiating traffic from the remote client or SD-WAN, and the destination zone can be untrust or SD-WAN. You can attach the security profile, which we'd like to have either URL filters, AV, or IPS. Also, you need to turn it on or define the TLS decryption profile and route. This is very important because the traffic has to be decrypted when we send it to the other services like AV or IPS. Otherwise, we may not be able to process the actual traffic. These are the main configurations required for the tenant. You need to define the captive portal for LAN traffic. You need to add the tenant name and the HTTP and HTTPS ports. You need to define for the LAN traffic. Once this is done, you are good to go. As part of the org settings, you need to define what kind of tunneling you need. For secure access tunnel, there are two options: full tunnel and split tunnel. Split tunnel means only very specific traffic you want to redirect to the gateway. Full tunnel means including internet and intranet you want to redirect to the gateway. You can turn on the two-factor authentication. Whenever you want to try to connect to your VPN, it will ask for the one-time password. During the user register with the server, it will give you the QR code. From the QR code, you can generate the OTP, and you can use it for one-time password whenever you want to connect. And you can define the private prefix. So if you want to have a split tunnel or name server, Versa supports three kinds of authentication: LDAP, SAML, and local. Local is just a Versa ID server. Now let's define a new user. If you look at this, I already created a new user called Test User SASE. You can click the new user and you can add the user. Please define the new user. You can select RAC, RAS, then create the user. This may take some time. As you see, it will send you the set of instructions on how to set the password and how to register. Now let's go to the Mailinator Mailbox test user. You can check the mailbox. This is a welcome mail. This welcome mail has the embedded link to set the password. You can just click on the password. You can set it. The password is set successfully. The user is successfully created and the user can set the password. In the same mail, you can see the registration URL, the enterprise name, and the user ID. All these are already captured as part of the welcome mail. Now let's see in this video how we can connect the VPN client to the SASE Gateway multi-tenant device. I have a Windows machine, so already installed the version 7, 8, and 9. And the first thing that we need to do is just try to ping your FQDN or multi-tenant SASE gateway. It should be pingable. Also, we should install the server certificate. If you go to Trusted Root Certificate, this is a certificate we already installed in the client. This is very important. So now let's try to register the user. It's asking for the password. We already set the password for this user. Since we are enabled with a two-factor authentication, the QR code will be sent to the email ID. Let's check the mail ID. The QR code was sent in a mail. I'm scanning this QR code in my Google Authenticator. I got the OTP. I'm entering the OTP. The OTP was accepted by the multi-tenant router. This registration is successful. Now I'm trying to connect to this VPN. It's asking for the password. I'm just giving it the password. Since it's two-factor enabled, it is asking for the OTP. It is successfully connected. Now let's try to access the site which I blocked in the SASE gateway. www.cnn.com has been blocked as part of the URL firewall rule. Let's see if I am able to block it. Yes, it says access to the website is blocked. Also, we have configured the financial sites to ask and continue. HDFC Bank. This is like a caution and it will prompt you an alert. If you say continue, then it will take you to the site. Thank you for watching.